Welcome back to 5-Minute Games, where we give you an Age of Empires 2 game and the time it takes you to eat your snack. This one is going to be about how to beat a player that's a higher level than you. In the blue, we have my boy Baskets, my man Baskets, playing as the Chinese. And in the red, we have Running, in this case with the acronym Phantom, playing in the red as Spanish. So tip number one is make sure you have the better Civ. In this case, they both went random, I believe, and there you go, Phantom saying Civ Hacker. A little playful banter there, and yeah, let's fast forward into Feudal Age and see how these guys approach this matchup. So the second tip is to play meta. We can see Baskets here going for scouts. He's walling up early because he has those extra villas. And look at that, the trap with the gate, and Baskets even walls in the scout with villagers, reinforces it with the palisade wall, gets the trap on the berries and the partially built wall. Very well done there, Baskets. I'm going to be biased in this game. I'm rooting for Baskets. They're both up at around the same time, and it looks like Baskets is going to be going for scouts, and Running is going to be doing the same thing, but Running is getting his stable up faster, so he'll likely have the scout advantage. Baskets, on the other hand, will have walls, and he's walled up the side of his base, so he just has to worry about this side. So you can see it's fairly even. Baskets doesn't quite have the same number of scouts, but he does have a few spears in the front of his base, protecting his base as he finishes walling. Baskets is just out having some map presence. I wouldn't call it map control. And look at them getting wheelbarrow at the same time. So obviously very good players, both of them. Really refined this scout build. Baskets picks off one scout, but he does have one weak one. And he's just going to run back home to the spears now. And now it's going to see who is up first and what the transition is come Castle Age. So Baskets hasn't taken any other unnecessary risks. He's following that tip number 2 of play meta, defending his base very well with the scouts and spears. So Baskets is up first, and you can see he's going immediately 3 town centers, and he has 2 stable production. That's something you can afford with Chinese, with those extra villagers. He's pumping out camels fairly regularly, but kind of optimizing between whether he needs more military or more villager production, splitting between the two, and he has 4 extra villagers over Running right now. Running, on the other hand, he's playing Spanish. Instead of going for conquistadors, he's decided to go for the cav archers. I'm guessing he didn't want to play knights because he wants the mobility, and with the matchup of camels and knights that Chinese can produce, it's not great. But the thing is, he can just keep running away. So what Baskets wants to do is continue to play meta, continue knights and camels. And the good thing about camels is they're a little bit faster than the cav archers, so they'll be able to chase the cav archers and won't allow for too much hit and run shenanigans. Baskets is ahead in terms of the build numbers, so Running feels like he has to go forward and apply some damage with his cavalry archer mass, and he's going to hit this wood line from Baskets. Let's see what happens. Look at the military difference now, 24-5 in favor of Baskets. So I would say Baskets definitely has map control now, and he has a little bit of a villager lead. Obviously lost quite a few in his base. Yeah, it's going to be a pike switch now for Running so that he can keep taking this fight against the cavalry and the siege. So what does Baskets need to do? What would be the meta here for Chinese to come back from the pike switch? It would be probably Chukanu's. And look at that, Baskets going for the forward castle drop, and this comes into tip number 4, and that's take calculated risks. This is a very nice castle to place, but obviously you need to make sure if you get it up. If you don't, it's maybe not GG, because he does still have map control, but he doesn't have that transition that he needs from the castle, doesn't have the Chukanus. So the last 5th tip that you have for beating an opponent that's stronger than you is to win the Treb War. So Baskets already has 1 Treb out. Running has 1 castle over here protecting his gold. That's a nice castle placement. And now it's just going to be about winning the Treb War, keeping map control. Because if you have good map control, and I would say this is very good map control right now, and you can hold it through Imperial Age, through all the upgrade process, any transition between units, you're in a very good game. And a big portion of that is winning the Treb War. And you have to realize the players behind this are still managing their economies. Baskets has the vill lead, 150 villagers. He's definitely overboomed. That's going to help him a ton to keep up production because he really needs to use his villager advantage to keep this position. And he has won the Treb War and won the match.